My name is Jordan Gale, and this is my multi-module project. And before I begin, I'll be talking about a concept called unseen and cross-hatching, which are two concepts from the book we've been reading for a class called The City in the City by China and Nobel. And the term unseen means to completely disregard or ignore something that's an object, place, or a person. And cross-hatching is the intersection overlapping of a location. And now that you guys understand those two terms, and also throughout the video, feel free to pause to look at an image or rewind if you need to rehear something again. Thank you. Okay, so the location of the Rumors of War is located at the VMFA on North Arthur Ashe Avenue. It's pretty easy to get to. It's probably one of the most popular places in Virginia. You can ask anybody, they'll tell you where it is. And if you're on campus, you can just simply take the post down to the Science Museum stop, get off of that street, and then walk down the avenue. Or drive there yourself, or take one of the avenues, like Hangover Avenue, to get there. Once you get there, it's pretty open. It's outside the museum towards the side entrance. So it's pretty easy to spot. It's probably the only statue out there. And it's also in the surrounding neighborhood, this is where the cross-hatching comes in. It's right next to residential homes. So there's a lot of people there. It's pretty popular since it's relatively new. So there's that aspect of it. Now, the statue itself. Anyway, so the statue itself was sculpted by Kennedy Wiley, the same guy who made the Obama portrait. You may be familiar with him. And the statue itself, it's a black man on a horse. And the black man is more of a modern day man. He's wearing Nikes and he has dreads. And the statue kind of resembles the GEB statue, also in Richmond, which I'll have a photo for you to see right now showing the split images. Please excuse the photos, I'm not the greatest photographer. Now we have I'll talk about this portion will talk about some questions to be talked about. And I was thinking one of the questions is, what's the purpose of this statue? Like, what was Wiley's purpose of making this statue? Now, I've done some research and gone on a few websites and listened to him. He says the purpose of the statue is, he stated, is to bring a new perspective into Confederate statues, because Confederate monuments have a bad rep because they represent the Confederacy, which represent, for most people, they would say represent slavery. So Richmond has a very bad rap about that. And Richmond and many people in Richmond advocated to get rid of the statues, the monuments itself, tear them all down. And this new statue, this is supposedly an anti-Confederate statue. So that's why a lot of people, and so when it first came, it got a warm reception. No one really vandalized it like the other statues have been vandalized. Plus there's cops there, so that's probably not gonna happen either. And it's more the VMFA property, so they won't really mess with it. So in addition to that, another question that I would ask is, how does having a statue like this affect the other statues? It kind of like challenges the statues, the message of the Confederacy now, because it's like postmodern now. It's like a transition is about to happen in Richmond from what people say, from this Confederate past to a new past. Like, you still want to accept what's happened, not accept, but acknowledge what's happened. But you don't want to just throw it away. I think that's what the main message of this statue is. Like, you still have that Confederacy past, but you don't believe in those values anymore. You have moved on. I think that's the main message that Wiley wants to. Now, most people, when it comes to unseeing the statue, most people unsee the statue because it's a black man on a horse. And it's like, are you really trying to represent a modern day, what's modern today? Because you still have like Confederacy ties. and like some people who are like Confederate, full-on blown Confederate supporters will like hate the sign. They'll probably want to see it tear down. And then the many people probably appreciate the sign because it's something new. Even not even just something new because of the artsy aspect of it, not even because of the historical aspect of it. Now some historians will probably respect the statue because it's something that's like he's trying to blend the past and future together to bring unity. I think that's the main purpose of the statue, is to bring unity. In addition, yeah, so, and I guess the only other question I think you guys should ask is, what will be next? Like, will a statue like this being made make other artists make statues of like African Americans or other races? Or maybe because to counter the other statues, or will the government itself will want to like make these type of statues to replace all the Confederate statues? That's just something I was thinking. I think it's something that can go up. There's gonna be an argument in the council about the fate of these statues now that this statue's here. What would change? That's something I would ask too. Feel free to go back and look over some of the video if you want to understand what the questions are. The questions will be posted. I will repeat the question and I will have each thing labeled to make sure to help you guys know, keep you guys on track. This is my works cited page. Thank you.